Hola, this is Ruby TV and here we are in Barcelona. Come to do shopping and go to the beach. No, actually, it's the 4th International Tap Dance Festival, Tap On Barcelona. So in the next week there's going to be hours and hours of tap dancing, concerts, fiestas, and, did I mention, hours and hours of tap dancing.
Space, don't rush. Don't rush the rhythm. Now we continue. 1.
Dance about 20 hours, but is that enough? No, it's not tonight. It's the cutting competition. Now we're going to find out who is the meanest, baddest tap dancer at this festival. Come on. Can you just tell me what a cutting contest is?
It's like a hip-hop battle, but with tap dancers. We've got a couple of judges in the room. We've got a guy giving a beat, a tempo, and you're supposed to do as many bars as he asks you. So you're fighting against another tap dancer in front of you. I mean, it puts you in a situation where your mind, your tap works in a different way totally.
You just came first in the first heats of the cutting competition. Were you nervous?
No, I've never done this before. I feel that I'm very immature to improv. I'm just feeling like I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun, you know.
Well, she looked very nervous at the beginning, and now she's not looking nervous at all.
Yes, I am.
What's your technique?
I try to have fun, but not tonight, not go so crazy, and maybe I can get wrong. So
that's what she says now. We're going to see her going crazy in a couple of minutes. Congratulations.
One bar.
You just won.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What did you win?
Yeah, it's strangely, I don't know how to say in Portuguese, troféu.
You won a tap plate from someone famous, I guess? Cutting contest, Tap On Barcelona, Granador, 2011. And Rubén Sanchez Tap shoes. And they're cool, they're heavy, solid.
Yeah, it's awesome. And you know what? It's my size. It just fits. Crazy.
So, do you think you're going to win?
No, not at all. I was just trying to have fun and make some samba steps.
Yeah, there were some Brazilian rhythms coming in there. I think that's kind of got you through to the kind of three. You kind of went into three suddenly, and
yeah, maybe. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I don't remember. I was so nervous.
How do you feel?
good. Actually, I think I'll come back to Brazil and more motivated.
In tap dance, when you're jamming, when you're improvising, for me, there's like two things very clear. One is that when I'm tap dancing and I'm improvising, I want to make sure that the crowd and the people that are hearing and watching know exactly where I am. So I kind of tend to repeat whatever I'm doing. And then I believe as an improviser, you have to risk. And here in the cutting contest, it was like you had very little time to let them know where you are, and you had to be very precise on the risks you were taking. So I let myself take a couple risks that eventually kind of came out, but I've seen the video and I've seen some other stuff that was totally out of the picture. And you know, the thing is, I think I won because we were all very good, but I was just playing like in tennis. I mean, they were throwing the ball at me and I was just giving it back.
And as the winner of the cutting comp, what is your one tip on how to improvise well?
I had a bunch of them actually. Well, what I felt is that don't feel overwhelmed for whatever's coming towards you. Be loyal to your tap dance and you know, just try to be cool, because the worst thing, it's hard. It's really hard. I mean, I found myself in a situation where I've never been. It was hard to be cool, you know, just to lay down your steps and lay it nice, and that's what I did. Just be yourself and understand that you're in a cutting contest, that it's not just, you know, to lay back. You have to really cut a little bit and just make sure that every time you cut, it's something precise and it's in time, especially in time.
One of the reasons that you are such a good improviser and that you were able to win this is that you have been doing a jam session every Sunday in the park in Barcelona for 4 years.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, it was something that, you know, I couldn't avoid. Once I found the spot, it's an open space, place where you have wood and it's covered, and it always turns in the summer into our studio. We rehearse there, we jam there, we create there. And I've seen a lot of people come to the jam and improve a lot. You know, it's something about being there 2 hours and a half just tap dancing. You go through different states, and it really helps to develop your improvisation. It's easy. It's there. You can't avoid it. I mean, knowing that you have the park in Barcelona, there's like no good excuse to not be there and jam if it's a good, nice day.
What is flash technique?
All that technique that allows you to bring something impressive to what you are doing. Doesn't matter if it's improvising or choreographing. There are some steps that are flashing. I mean, there are steps that flashes the audience, like, wow, what was that, you know? For example, like pullbacks, double pullbacks over the toes, all kind of slides, wings. My teaching method is based on driving the student to the point where I want them to be, and what can be the best way for them to reach the goal.
When you're improvising, when you go into that state of flow or state of into the zone, can you talk about what that is and how you get there?
There's a communion between you and the musicians, or between you and the music, and then you flow as one. And then everything matches. The steps, the rhythm, everything is on the beat. It's great. Sometimes you are not in the right mood, or you're not in the right zone, so you are dancing and you are searching that zone, and you are searching that place where you are comfortable, where you are flowing with the music and the musicians. You feel like everything is okay, everything is cool, you are not worried about anything, you just flow with the beat. I mean, a state of mind where you are floating, you're free, you're, I don't know, it's like a drug.
For me, the flow is in that moment, really, when you reach that zone of natural understanding with the musician and the sound becomes like one voice. It's not calculated, it's just wow. Because the technique, when you have it, you don't think of the steps, you never think of the steps. If you think of the step, you're not there yet. For me, it's like, can I let my rhythmic thought flow without any pressure? The real flow for me is when there is no set rule as to where we're going. And you know, like it's like when you meet someone you don't know and you have something in common that you speak of, and you find out that this person has the same ideas and understand everything you say and think it's great, and the ideas that he's giving you or she's giving you just inspires you, and you have like this communication, like this level of conversation that is so rich. And so when you find that in the sound of the musicians that are sharing that moment spontaneously, it's one of the greatest feelings in the world. You know, like it's just, yeah, you know, that's the flow for me. I've been invited to teach a masterclass. I decided I would just give a little hint on Jimmy Slyde's technology and kind of introduce the students to a different way to approach space using rhythm and work on styles, posture, quick change of weights, being clear on directions, and bebop phrasing. Jimmy is a legend. He's a bebop legend. He was my mentor. He's the one who named me Butterfly. He was one of the original hoofers, and he was very famous for being an amazing rhythmician, technician of the dance, musician, and also a dancer. He was highly trained as a dancer. And so he really had that equation of tap and dance, just not being strictly in the feet or just being strictly in the dance. The routine was a little bit my investigation, the result of my thinking. How can you pass on the language or the knowledge and the legacy of an artist who did not believe in choreography, whose work was based in improvisation? So how can I make up steps that represent who he is? Because he never really gave you steps, he gave you rhythm. And I always make this very clear to the students that Jimmy would not put those steps together the way I give them to them, but I do it just for transmission purpose. So they get into a system of thinking. It's a departure point, it's not an arrival. You know, I really engage people to be active in the way they think their dance, to be conscious. So that tap is not something you do to tap. You use tap to express something about the world you live in.
Va in revoluzione temprana, descendente de la mañana, descendente de los tambores,
Tap dance, I can honestly say, has shaped my whole life. It's like euphoric.
feel so good. Like, I was really sad 2 weeks ago about something that happened. I went to a tap jam, and it was like, I left the tap jam like, oh, please, I'm not even sad anymore. I didn't remember why I was sad. I forgot that I was sad. It's just like, it's joy. I would say that. It's pure joy.
What does tap dance teach you about life?
The importance of knowing your past to get to your future, the importance of camaraderie, the importance of healthy competition.
What do you think is the most important skill a tap dancer needs to have?
I think musicality, a passion for tap dancing, resilience, and a passion to grow and to keep on learning.
Tonight we're at the Saturday Night Gala show, and it has all the teachers on staff who are dancing and other guests as well. As you can see, there's a live rehearsal going on.
How many hours have you taught this week?
Well, 3 hour-and-a-half classes, 3 in a row. Really no break in between.
Each day?
5 days in a row. It was intense, and my voice is a little hoarse, but fortunately for me, I won't have to be talking with my voice tonight.
So what have you been teaching in class mainly?
Well, I've been teaching a lot of exercises and rudiments and warm-ups that I do for myself. It's like a chef. He should eat the food before he serves it. And so I definitely use all the tools I give. And just a lot of work on conditioning, balance, strength, and lots of time steps. I really believe in time steps.
A time step a day is what I heard you say.
Hey, yep.
Keeps the doctor away.
Hey, I like it.
When did you really learn how to be free in improvising?
Well, I think it's I don't know. For me, I don't know if it's ever like, oh, I got there and I can relax and just be there, because it's very. I feel it's something you must always work on, because just because you feel like you are doing something, it doesn't mean it'll be there forever if you don't continue to do what got you to that point.
What are you going to be doing tonight?
Well, that's what is exciting about it, because who knows? But I know the tune I'm going to mess with, is Imagine, I think. It's a John Lennon tune. You can learn a lot of life lessons through tap dance, because tap dance for me is so predicated on the fact that you get out what you put into it. If you really learn and work hard and put your time in, you're going to get a lot out of it. And I think with life it's the same thing. Anything. Relationships, with your work, with anything. If you work hard at it, you get results. And I think that's something that I definitely learned from tap. My grandfather always told me, if you love what you do, you're not going to work a day in your life. So I work very hard, but I love every second. And so I think the joy, that's the most important thing. The love for it first. Because if you feel so good inside, you're going to sound good. You're going to look good. And you're going to feel good. And I think that's the best thing.
cerveza.
I look like I need a cerveza. No, thank you. No, por favor.